Welcome to Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports, where husky middle-aged men share insight on the latest Baltimore sports news. From the bank to the yard and beyond, we're breaking down the Ravens, Orioles, Terps, and more. Baltimore's best sports podcast starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports, late night Saturday edition. And I'm sorry, everyone, but we are trying out new technology. We are trying to figure out what platform to go with, as we had to switch out because they're charging us millions and millions of dollars. So once again, if anyone would like to help sponsor the show for three poor dad bod figured fellers, we would really appreciate it. That is it. That is my pitch for the evening. Mike, John, and Jason here, all three together again in perfect harmony. Fellas, how's the weekend going? John, why don't you tell me? Anything exciting new in your life, your very orange life, for those of you that can see?
Not really. I got a Florida pass to go to Disney because my kids wanted me to go to Disney since they have annual passes. So I went to Hollywood Studios and Epcot with them today. I still have 3 visits left, so maybe I'll go drink around the world one day or something like that. Well, we'll see. That sounds like fun.
My prediction is you can't make it. You won't make it. Yeah, you just don't look like you got it. I don't think you could. Sorry.
Yeah, I've been cutting the alcohol out, so I think my tolerance is going down. And like today, like we went to eat lunch at this place and it was like an all you can eat. And I'm like, I can't eat that much. It doesn't work. And I felt sick the rest of the day. So, you know.
Well, then there you have it.
Jason, you've been a good influence on me. For most of my life, you've been a good influence on me, I think.
Well, you must not know me very well. That's funny. Don't ask Miss Rosie Frisky about Mike's early 20s. I'm sure she has some great opinions and stories of me. But that's for a different show, guys. That's maybe for our 1-year anniversary. Who knew? All right, Mike, your turn. What are you doing?
I mean, it's overall. It's over the course of a lifetime. It's been positive, right? I'm just saying. No, things are good, Jess. We're again preparing in Baltimore for somewhere between 1 and 16 inches of snow tomorrow. So we don't know, but there's some type of bomb cyclone type maneuvering of weather patterns that's happening right along the eastern shore of Maryland. So there's quite a good chance. I think it said like 100% chance we're getting 3 inches of snow, 90% chance we're getting 6 inches of snow, and a 30% chance that we're getting over 10 inches of snow. So the snow that had just melted because it was 50 degrees today is going to probably come back tomorrow. And I was just looking forward to spring and spring training. And the Orioles have played 2 games, and yet here comes more of the white stuff here in Maryland.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Terrible. Can someone go to my father's house and lock the door so he doesn't try to go outside? Like, old people, man. I did this last show. Just for the side note, friend of the show, Drew Cordula. We do have a beverage for you, so there you have it. We're still keeping with our bet. Mike, unfortunately, the weather in Florida, fortunately it's in the 80s right now, 70s and 80s, but tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, it's supposed to go in the 50s, and I don't know why. For like 2 days, it dips into the 50s. And then by the time you come at the end of the week, it's like 77 and 76 and all that fun.
Yes, I love it.
So don't bring any of your nonsense with you either.
You keep that weather there with you nice and warm. I'm going to need it. I'm going to have my mittens on tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds so terrible.
And
you guys
Jason,
are going to be in...
Just be careful with your dad, though, because it's supposed to be like a slushy, like wet, heavy snow, too. So he should not be out with the old shovel with the broken shoulder. So don't let him.
He can't. He can't drive. He can't do anything. He just stays in the house and like DoorDashes and such. It's quite exciting, I guess. Man,
don't you have a brother there though, Jason, who should be like taking care of your old man? Like
he is. No, he is. I'm just saying, it's like once you're that old, you're that stubborn. You think you can do everything yourself. He's got neighbors again that can do everything, and they have snow blowers and stuff like that. Like, let them do it. Like, it's okay. If they need to be paid, we can pay them. Like, it's fine. Um, what else was I going to say? Oh, there was something else. Now I can't remember. Gosh darn it, John, and you're interrupting. But that's okay. So what else do we got going on? Let's see. Tonight we're going to talk Olympics, which I actually started watching this week. As I said, I would, second week. So we got the Olympics, Oriole spring training. We're going to play a couple games. Mike's got a new segment for us. I have a new segment for us. John has an oldie but a goodie segment for us. So we should just kick things off. I guess let's start with the Olympics. Why not? So far, I mean, for me, it was kind of a slow start to getting into it. And then every single Olympics has had one story. And for me, as I said, when we talked about this, figure skating is one of my top things to watch. I just think it's a great sport. And Alyssa Liu comes out of nowhere, wins a gold medal, what an incredible story. Just an incredible story. That is by far, it's got to put like the whole like bow on the Olympics, Mike.
Yeah, she was very good, and the hair is something to behold. And Julie and I were talking about that because she's got like the stripes in her hair, and she puts it up, and then she does that thing of beauty on the ice, and then she comes back off, and you can tell her personality just kind of like flows through whatever she's doing beyond the sport of figure skating. But the jumping, the step sequences, the every little the spins, every part of figure skating that it is so amazing. She did just a phenomenal job, and some of those Japanese skaters were really good too. It was just kind of fun to watch. For me, if you're asking for the story of the Olympics, you know, I mean, the Lindsey Vaughn crash was pretty crazy. Also, I don't know if you've been following the surgery she's been going through. And then was the guy from Norway who's won, I think, as many as Michael Phelps, gold medal wise, in the cross country skiing. I mean, I know it's not an American story, but still quite a feat for that guy. And I can't remember his name, something very Norwegian, but fantastic job with him.
Yeah, I guess my thought was like the made for TV story, right? I mean, this girl fits everything, and it's funny because a lot of people could twist this in so many different directions for negativity, right? Like, oh, immaturity because she cussed after she won and she said this. Well, if you actually paid attention to the story, it takes a lot of cojones at 16 to realize that you are completely burnt out and you need a break and I need to walk away from the most important thing in my life for the last like 10 years and I'm going to hang it up. And then she calls her coach and says, "Hey, I think I want to give it a shot." And she said, I want to do it, but I want to do it on my terms." And the choreographer and the coach couldn't have agreed any quicker. And from there, it was just okay. And it was keep dad out of the arena, which is always a good thing, I guess, once you're trying to have too many people in your ear. And what did she do? She said so many times, and I honestly, people say this, but I believe it. She said, "It's not important for me to win a medal. It's just to go out and people could see my art." And she skated just like that. Like she didn't care if she made a mistake. She just went out and she didn't make any mistakes. So John, I mean, she just kind of let it all hang out. I mean, for me, it was I just can't get over it. I think. I mean, there's the women's Olympic team winning the gold medal in hockey. There's the men having a shot at it on tomorrow. All kinds of stories, like Mike said with Lindsey Vaughn. Unfortunately, not like a good ending. But what are your thoughts, John?
Well, and it's crazy the whole story behind her as well. Like her dad was at Tiananmen Square when the tanks were rolling in, and he was going to get thrown in the gulag in China and stuff. And then she had Chinese spies tracking her car. They were chasing her and trying to get her on the Chinese team because there's the other Olympian Liu who skis for the Chinese for some reason, even though she's American. And there's that side of the story too. So there's the whole thing was kind of very, very interesting. I mean, and again, she took the mental break and then came back better than ever. But the fact that like the Chinese spies were chasing her and all this other stuff was freaking bananas as well. But I think the U.S. team, if we win the gold tomorrow, it'll be exactly 46 years since the Miracle on Ice when we beat the Soviets in 1980, and then we won the gold medal 2 days later. But as I was reading about the game tomorrow, I didn't know this. Did you guys know this about Olympic hockey? That if you fight, you're automatically thrown out of the game. Did you know this?
Absolutely.
I was Brady Tkachuk and his brother were talking about it with some reporters, because last year at the NHL All-Star game, those two got into 3 fights with the Canadians within a few minutes of the game starting. So they said nothing like that will happen, but it will be we hate each other, and we hate each other quite a lot. So I think that'll be a real good game tomorrow.
All right, so there's a lot to unpack with what you just said. You said there's a Lou, there's a goo, there's a gulag, which I'm pretty sure I drank a lot of that in Oktoberfest or something along those lines. Mike, I don't really know where to go from here. I feel like I'm spiraling.
It's John, so you got to first start with that. But beyond that, no, John, I'm excited for. I've been watching a lot of the U.S. hockey, and the Tkachuk brothers and the Hughes brothers, and you just got some good goalkeeping by Hellebuck and just a physical style of play. But then if you look at the Canadian team, man, like the names on that team, it's just a list of just all-stars. It's ridiculous. And as you go down their roster, and the question, I guess, is Sidney Crosby, obviously in the twilight of his career, got double teamed and smashed and didn't play in the last game. And, is he going to be ready to go tomorrow? I haven't know if you guys have heard, but I haven't heard yet. And it would be very interesting to see, if he plays and if that's an inspiration for that Canadian team. But Canada has been kind of like living with 9 lives, like a cat right now. If you watch them play at all, like they in the last 2 matchups, they have really taken it down to the wire and had to score goals late and in overtime to overcome deficits that they've dug early in games. Now, obviously, if you watch the bronze medal game today, Finland was much better than Slovakia, who the U.S. played. So I have some concerns because of Canada playing such tight games and the U.S. maybe having a little bit more of a cupcake there in the last round. But I think it should be a phenomenal matchup because the U.S. has moved the puck really well, and their style of play has been really effective in this Olympic Games, and I'm excited to watch tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it should definitely be exciting. I mean, the one thing I will say about Crosby and those guys, like the Olympic, and you kind of mentioned it with the fighting rule. It's more of a finesse game in the Olympics than it is in the NHL, where you can just beat the living crap out of everyone and then get up and start fighting. Where this is, and Crosby have always said this, like great hockey player, very finesse style, where it's like, because everyone's always like compare Ovechkin and Crosby, and Ovechkin's like a grinder, like he does everything. That's why he's missing teeth, like. And then you have Crosby's more the finesse guy, but still great hockey player. So yeah, I mean the matchup should be really good. I mean, I'm very excited. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay a lot of attention to it at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I think that's when it is. But this time change for the Olympics is, it used to be a big problem when we were younger because like they would just air it later. Actually, it wasn't a problem because it would air it later. Now you find out all the news and then there's no need to watch it because it's it already happened and whatnot. Okay, anything else you guys want to address in the Olympics?
Well, and then the U.S. women, I mean, they got lucky by the skin of their teeth. I mean, they had amazing goaltending, 2 goals allowed for the entire tournament, but then, we just somehow made it happen and got that gold medal for the U.S.
John, I disagree. Champions make their own luck, John. Go ahead, Mike.
Did you see the game-winning goal? It was sick. Like the girl goes one side, she's wide of goal. She goes around the girl with the puck, passes it past her, and comes on the other side of the girl, and then finishes backhand in front of the goal. It is one of the better goals I've seen, especially considering the circumstances in overtime for the Olympic gold medal. And then the U.S. coach for the women's team just breaks down in tears. He is just so excited and so happy for the girls. And, I think it's phenomenal. Like, it was such an awesome moment. I hope the men can have their moment tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean that move that she put on that defender, it's like that move that you practice your entire life in the playground, hoping that one day you can break it out. Like that crossover in basketball, the nutmeg in soccer, like and just that bases loaded, down by three, bottom of the ninth, 3-2 count, two outs, blah blah blah. That whole situation. So for me, I mean that's fantastic. I love it. What you got there, John? What you drinking on?
LaCroix.
Oh, see, sorry,
Hopefully,
friend of the show, Andrew Cordula. That is not the beverage that you were talking about, so I apologize. I will have HR speak with John. Don't you worry.
well, it's good because it's water and it's flavored and it still has no calories or anything. So
Is
Well,
that
my
French for the Croix? Is that what that is?
I think that's Spanish.
I don't think it's
Maybe
Spanish.
La and L are Spanish, right? The and the for
Yeah,
man.
but they
You
also
know,
cross
something.
over into the French language too,
Oh,
John.
that's
They're
right.
they're
Yeah, I'm sure
Romance
Croix is not
languages.
Spanish.
No, it's Croix, by the way. It's Croix.
Correct.
All right. Okay. So let's kick off spring.
So, guys, do you see the chat? Do you see the chat pop up on yours?
Oh
Jake
no.
says Jason can't even ice skate, let alone know anything about hockey.
Wait, who? Where's this
Jake,
chat you're talking about? Who's
I
Jake?
don't. Maybe I can only.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake
Oh,
from
John has
State Farm?
posted that. We are trying this new platform today, so
Yeah,
this is
this is a
exciting for everybody.
terrible platform. We can't see anybody else's chat stuff.
I guess
John, what
I'm the
have
only
you
one.
done?
I
There
guess
should
I'm the
be a
only one.
chat on your lower right, Jay.
Yeah, because I was
Oh no,
sending
I've
you
seen
guys a
it, but
message.
it won't pull up what anybody else is saying.
There's a. You have
Oh,
to go
really?
up to the top because there's a public chat and there's like a studio chat and
No, I just have chat.
Jake. Jake. Let me see. Let me go to Facebook and see who Jake is. Jake no Nohe.
Ah, Jake Noe, my roommate from college. That son of a biscuit. Let me tell you. Hey, I could ice skate. Okay, now I'm just old and
Can you
decrepit
spell ice
and like
skate?
fragile. I think so. I think so. Ask me in a little bit. I might
We're
change.
going on a cruise in October, and I'm excited because there's a hockey rink on the ship, so I may
Well,
get
that's.
to go play some hockey.
Oh, well, look at you. Fantastic. All right. As I was saying before John rudely interrupted me as normal, the Orioles kicked off spring training this week. They did kick it off with some bad news that we have been talking about in between the three of us, and that is Jordan Westberg. More injury concerns. I know they kicked it off by saying that the oblique was going to hold him off until the start of spring training, or pardon me, a couple weeks into spring training, and now the UCL tear in his elbow, and now there's just a big mystery on when he'll be back. Mike, initial thoughts, feelings, concerns, hopes, dreams shattered. Where were you at?
It's just a little bit concerning because of the injury history and the fact that he's getting into the Austin Hayes, Nolan Reimold kind of category of continuous different injuries. And I mean, obviously with the UCL, that's something that is less common in position players, but obviously we've seen it before with guys like, I mean, Shohei was a pitcher slash position player, but other guys in the league as well who've come back and done some DHing and things like that. But with a timetable, they're trying the PRP, right, Jason? So that's that platelet rich plasma injections to try to increase stimulation and growth and recovery in the elbow in the UCL ligament that's torn. And the hope is obviously to get him back after April and maybe into May sometime. But if you look at several of the cases of players who've had this injury before, oftentimes it's just pushing the Tommy John surgery down the road a little bit, and we still might end up seeing maybe him have that surgery, whether it's postseason and he DHs for the rest of the year, in the off season, and then he comes back in June of next year or something like that. But
Mhm.
it's very concerning because this is your third baseman you're hoping of the future for the foreseeable future since he signed through what, like 2029. You have this guy, and now you have to make a bunch of contingency plans depending on how healthy he is, how not, and all of it's kind of up in the air. So obviously the Blaze Alexander thing looks like a genius move right now. but now you have two infield positions that need to be taken care of, and really one Blaze Alexander. So that leaves some holes, John. So, what are your thoughts about what the Orioles are going to do to fill those?
Well, I think they're going to hope that Mayo's going to be able to play third base on a daily basis and maybe give him an opportunity where he's not looking over his shoulder. I think sometimes that will enable a player to really excel because you look at Mayo. Mayo's always been looking over his shoulder all the time because he doesn't perform. What are they going to do? They're going to send him right back down to AAA, where now he may be able to start the season as the third baseman and he may go out there and perform, which then gives the Orioles a couple of options. Then, obviously, with Westburg's injury history, you may not want to trade a guy like Mayo, but then a guy like Mayo may become even more valuable on the trade market. So if it comes around the deadline time, we may be able to bring in that frontline starter that we need, or fill some other holes. But like you said, Mike, that Blaze Alexander move is looking like just a genius move right now. But we're gonna need somebody to cover third and second. But I think if you can get Mayo in there, get him good at bats to start the year, if he starts the year off well defensively and offensively, I think we're gonna be just fine. And then down the road, that's gonna actually help our team and make us even better.
So I think the Blaze Alexander move was done because I don't think all of a sudden Jordan Westburg came into camp and started having elbow soreness. They found when they looked at his elbow that this is an old injury. And so I think this was a contingent plan based on his oblique / UCL, knowing that he may miss time. Blaze Alexander's got 5 years of control. So if he does need to come in and play like extended periods of time, he can. The Mayo situation would be the best case scenario. Mike, just to kind of think about or to build on what you were saying about the surgery and whatnot, I think what's going to happen, this kind of the same thing that happened with Ohtani, where he just didn't pitch and he DH'd. But I think it's going to be, they're trying to get the timing down. So I think he's going to play out this year or the majority of the year, probably DH at some point. Like if the idea is he's eventually going to have the surgery, see if they're going to make a postseason run. If they are going to the postseason and he's a viable part of that, as soon as the season's over, you have the Tommy John surgery, and then you end up coming back, and then you're back in June, whatever the case may be, something along those lines. But again, not full strength. If they don't make the postseason, then he shuts things down a little earlier and blah, blah, blah. But I think that would be the plan, to somehow manipulate the time in which he may have to have that surgery, or he may decide not to. I don't know. But yeah, I think Elias is a dirty, dirty liar. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't have said a word either. I think they knew what was going on to an extent. This had nothing to do with Holiday. That was a freak thing. But as soon as Holiday comes back, then that situation's taken care of, and then you can figure out May or whatnot. The question for you guys is because I have my opinions, and I'll go last if you let you guys speak on it. Is this an outside the organization move, Mike, to fill this thing at third base, or is it going to be we're just going to let Mayo go for an extended period of time and see what happens into the season?
Well, you're asking a guy who loves mayo. It's a great on any sandwich, BLT, put it on my cheesesteak. But I think Jason, yeah, right. John, good job with the new control panel over there. You know what? But seriously, I think it's an inside right now. I don't think they're going to go outside the organization. Ramon Arias just signed with the Cardinals. I saw, so that he's not an option anymore. They talked about Isaac Paredes in Houston, who is in a log jammed infield there that could potentially be an option at like $9 million or something like that. I don't know if the Orioles want to add somebody like that to their roster at the moment. But to me, I think you run Kobe Mayo out there. If it becomes a defensive liability, you got to find another answer. Like if you slide Blaze over there and maybe you find someone else to play second base. I think my biggest question with Westburg being out isn't the offense, because we've made so many moves in the offseason, getting Taylor Ward, getting Pete Alonso. We got some right-handed bats with some pop. To me, it's more along the lines of can we play a decent defensive third base? We have all these guys who we're hoping can be solid, starting pitchers, but you got to have a defense behind them that's going to field ground balls and turn double plays. I believe in spring training today there were a couple balls that weren't turned already, but I think that's my biggest question is defensively. Does that mean you keep a Vasquez on the team because of his defensive prowess, where you can maybe maneuver him around? Jeremiah Jackson isn't quite known for his glove; he's more known for his bat. So, like, is he somebody that you keep on the roster, or is there another guy who can just play solid third base defense that we could find somewhere along the line, maybe in the organization to do that? Otherwise, then we maybe talk about looking beyond the organization.
John, what are your thoughts?
I think that they're gonna just grind.
John, hold on, John. Turn up your microphone. You are very, very muted, my friend. Very low.
So I think that didn't help. All right. Let's see.
Spin your little knobby there, John, in the most appropriate way.
Wow. I don't know if there is an appropriate way to spin your knobby.
All right, is that better?
No, not at all. Maybe it's what your
That's
volume
right.
on your computer, buddy. But anyway, I will speak till John figures out his shenanigans. What I was going to say, Mike, was that I think that they're going to give May. This is what we've wanted, right? This is what everybody's been clamoring for. Like, if he's going to be on the roster, you got to let him play. So they're going to give Kobe Mayo the chance to play down there at third base, and in spring training at least, and see what happens. I'm not concerned with them not turning double plays in game 2. I mean, these guys haven't played with each other before, really. I mean, it's Gunnar, and now he's got a new second base guy. There's someone new over at third base. So it's like, let's get them all acclimated and we'll figure that. And then Gunnar's out here in a few days anyway, and he's going to play on Team USA. So I think this is Kobe Mayo's job to lose. However, if at the end of spring training they're not satisfied and he cannot field worth a darn, then Isaac Paredes, Alex Bohm, potentially, but then I mean Alex Bohm's got a expiring contract at the end of the year anyway, so there's no commitment past that. Paredes, I mean neither one of them really like set the world on fire, but sure, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think they're. What if they did this, Mike? What if they went with Mayo was able to hit all through spring training, 300 plus average like he's done the last couple of years? He earns his spot on this team, and they roll the dice, and they have solid defense everywhere else in the infield, and then he's just a late inning replacement with whoever else. Is it Jeremiah Jackson, which I don't think is your defensive guy? And yes, to answer your question, Vasquez makes this roster hands down. I don't even think it's a question temporarily. And then they'll handle that down the road. John, are you ready?
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I mean, you're the same. We'll just roll with it.
That's better. Okay. I figured out what the problem is, that the mic got screwed up, that it's not recording off this mic, it's recording off my webcam mic. And there's no way to fix this without pausing the whole thing.
That's okay. We'll dock it in your pay, John. Don't you worry. John, are you there?
Hello. Is that?
Oh my God, this is going off the rails.
All right. So I'm just pretty sure they're going to roll with Mayo. There's not really another option right now. There's not a need to try to find another option at this point in time. The only thing I could think of them even potentially doing would be, we're going to have a sort of logjam over there at first base. Would Mountcastle, as a guy who came up the organization at shortstop, switch him over to third base? Because they did that with they did it with Miggy in Detroit. They've done that with a number of other first basemen as well who played other infield positions throughout their careers that have push came to shove and they want to keep Mountcastle bad in the lineup. Would they do something like that? But I don't think they would. But I'm saying that's something that's out there. But no, Mayo I think is going to be their number one and their only option right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did it with Mickey because he was the size of a house at the time, and they needed to move him over to first base. Vlad Guerrero, I mean, same thing. Vladdy Jr., I mean, they moved him. He even played, I think, a little third base last year in a pinch, if I remember. I don't know. But I don't know, John. I'm not feeling that whole situation. Mike, go ahead.
No, I just think if that were the case, Blaze Alexander becomes your everyday third baseman because he can play good defense. So then you look for a second base replacement potentially. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Because I mean, obviously, in the ideal world, they have him being able to bounce around to different places because he can play solid defense in a number of different ways. But like, if the defense is the issue, then you plug Blaze in over there to play good defense, and then maybe you can deal with Jeremiah Jackson shaky defense at second base, but you can't deal with that at third base. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like, look, man, I'm kind of resigned to the fact that, like, if you look at Toronto last year, you look at these teams, like, I'm fine if we need to mash the hell out of the ball and deal with a couple errors until all that gets figured out. But be prepared for when Westburg comes back that he might not be playing defense at third base. So that might be a whole another thing. Then Holiday comes back, Westburg DH. I don't know. This could be a whole cluster by the time it's done. So we're 2 games in. Orioles are 1-1 in Grapefruit League. Game 1, not a. I mean, some decent pitching performances. My guy Trevor Rogers still looking like a freaking stud. But again, it's day 1. What are you going to do? Like, he looked good in all of the live batting practices from all the other players, and then pitched well yesterday against the Yankees. And then Pete Alonso hit a ball that I don't think has landed yet. I'm pretty sure it might actually hit my house. I'm a little north of Sarasota, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I got out of game 1. And then today, Rhino Hearn hit a big home run. Couple other I say big home run. He had a home run. But yeah, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what to look at in spring training. Like, what do we do? Like, we just want to make sure everyone's healthy. You know what? We want to make sure our pitchers are getting their work in. They're throwing strikes there. And then we want our hitters to get acclimated. You know, more at bats, the better. I mean, anything you can take away from the first 2 games, Mike?
I mean, I like just to look at the box score and see who got work, and just to see, like, Tyler Wells got an inning, it went well. The fact that Cano got an inning that went well. I'm looking at some of these guys. Dietrich Enns had the bad inning. Like, he it didn't go well, but and Craig Alvarez still had good things to say. He just said he was a little, I think he left his arm hanging out there on some pitches where he wasn't coming downhill right. So, Geraldo had a good inning. Chase McDermott had a good inning. And then Dean Kramer had one inning where he couldn't find the strike zone, it seemed like. And, again, had 2 chances at double play balls that didn't get turned. The Alonso thing's exciting because he's excited to be an Oriole. And, to have him go out there in the first game, spring training, and win the game with a 2-run bomb, I mean, I think that's apropos and hopefully exciting for Orioles fans and a foretaste of the feast to come here in the regular season.
John, anything you could take away?
What I was impressed about today was 12 strikeouts from the Orioles pitching staff. So we're making the guys miss on the swings, which is, that can make up for a lot of shady defense out there. Is if we can get the strikeouts, if we can get pitchers who are avoiding contact. You know what? Having a third baseman who's below average is not going to kill us. But I think otherwise, just looking at the box scores the last couple of days, they're working on things. We see Adley struck out, Ward struck out twice. On our side, and those things don't worry me because they're all working on something. They're working on getting ready for the season. Whether that's what we saw this last year in your batting stance. We're going to correct this, and it just takes time seeing live pitching, seeing, changing of speeds and things to adjust. And I think everything is going to work out well. And like I said, I was impressed with our pitchers, the 12, you're striking out nearly, 1 and 2 hitters.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of build on that too, one thing, McDermott came in and pitched very well early on, had some good stuff. I mean, I'm not willing to write him off as, I mean, they were talking about him joining the Norfolk rotation. I think he could sneak himself into the bullpen if he pitches well in the spring, right? I mean, your bullpen, we've said this. I think they purposely left some of these spots open to do something like that. Levi Wells, I think, touched 98 a couple times today. which I'm not convinced that's a good idea this early, but I mean, he's pretty amped up. So a lot of good things potentially going on. By the time Mike, you come down next week, they'll have a bunch of games under their belt, have a better idea what's going on, and then we can heckle them from the behind home plate on Thursday or Friday,
Yeah.
pardon me.
One more note too, real quick, before we wrap this segment about the spring training. Like Trey Gibson, did you guys see his performance? He had a three inning save, I think, during the first game, and they said he had the death ball working. Did you guys see the article in the Baltimore Sun?
Yeah.
The death ball was working, which is like this devastating slider type pitch that he uses with 2 strikes, and that's super exciting. Now I don't think that means necessarily he makes any move into the rotation out of spring training necessarily, but that's a bright spot for the future of this rotation, because certainly I could see mid-season or moving beyond that, if somebody's not working out in the rotation, him getting a shot up here maybe by the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can ask for, right? I mean, he's their number one guy, one of the top prospects, so they want to see all they can. I was kind of surprised they gave him 3 innings out the gate like that, but I guess, he didn't throw a whole lot of pitches early on. So, all right. Well, anything else you guys want to touch on real quick with the Orioles before we move on? All righty. So next, we are going to do, what are we going to do? Mike, you have a segment for us, a new one, something fun for the group?
Oh, yeah. I think you'll like this one, Jason, and kind of gambling based a little bit, and it's called If I Had $1 Million, based off of the Bare Naked Ladies song, which everybody knows and loves, hopefully. But I would buy myself an exotic pet like a llama or an emu. But for us, you guys are each going to be given a fictitious, but not real, because I don't have that money, $1 million to spend, okay? And I'm going to give you some bets that you can place, and you have to place your money in these 5 different bets. And you have choices in each of the 5, and I kind of got this idea a little bit from 105.7 and kind of made my own little twist on it, all right? So just know that there are 5 different choices that you're going to have to make. So as you kind of split up your $1 million, okay, figure out how much you're going to spend on each of these 5 different choices, all right?
Fair enough.
So the first bet you have to make is tomorrow's Olympic gold medal hockey game. U.S. goes off at plus 102. Canada is at minus 122 to win the gold medal. Who are you taking and how much are you putting on it? John, I'm going to start with you.
I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna put U.S. I'm gonna put 200,000 on it.
200K for John on the U.S. at plus 102. Can make some money there. Jason?
I'm going to go with the U.S., but I'm only going to do a hundo thousand.
100K to Jason on the U.S. All right. So no Canadian money here. I like that. I don't even know what a Canadian dollar. They have Canadian dollars, right?
Oh, I'll tell you, the Canadian dollar is at like 25% worth less than the U.S. dollar. It's terrible.
Oh,
it's terrible. Good. You don't want anything to do with that.
No La Croix. We don't want any La Croix up in here.
No.
All right. I have today there were 2 potential Final Four matchups in college basketball. I don't know if you guys saw. It was Duke and Michigan. Arizona played at Houston. I saw Arizona won the earlier game. I didn't see the outcome of the Duke-Michigan game. Did you guys see who won that one? It was close at the end. Duke was pulling away, I thought, late in the game. But regardless, to reach the Final Four, I'm going to give you 4 options, and those are the 4 teams, okay? Michigan is minus 170 to reach the Final Four. Duke is minus 120. Arizona is minus 110. And Houston is plus 150. Which of those 4 teams that played in those big matchups today are you going to take, and how much you're going to put on it? Jason, you're going to go first on this one.
What's Houston ranked so far this year? John, can you look that up while I'm doing this?
Houston's second. They lost to Arizona today, 73-66, and then Duke beat Michigan.
I'm going to go with Houston, Mike. I want the underdog because they've been there. The coach has been there, so I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go for that one. 200,000 on that
Ooh,
one.
yeah. Big money. All right, John.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Arizona. I'm gonna go 200,000 on Arizona because Arizona's had a couple losses this week, but I think I think they've learned a lot, and I think that they're going to really come back and come back stronger.
Very equal distribution from John so far. He's 200K, 200K. We'll see how it ramps
Well,
up here with the next question. I'm not a big NBA guy, but you guys are going to pick our NBA champion, and I'm going to give you a few choices. You're not going to have the entire field, okay? And so put some money down on Oklahoma City, who's really good, obviously. They're plus 130. Denver plus 550. San Antonio plus 1100. Boston plus 1200 and Cleveland plus 1200. So I gave you a couple Eastern Conference teams there and a couple Western Conference teams, and this is to win the NBA championship. John, you get to start this one. Who are you picking and how much are you putting on it?
we're gonna go San Antonio, and we're gonna put 200 down.
Wemby Mania for
Yes,
John.
sir. However, Oklahoma City, I think is been there, done that, and has some good players. Steve says the Lakers. Steve, wherever your head's stuck up, Steve, pull it out and see the light of day, brother.
Hey, what is the wait? Give me these odds and teams one more time.
OKC plus 130. Denver plus 550. San Antonio plus 1100. And Boston and Cleveland are both plus 1200. Who do you want, Jay, and how much?
I'm going Boston for 200,000.
I like it. Why?
They've been there before. They won just a couple years ago, removed. They made a couple decent trade deadline moves that I thought could help bolster them. This is one of those things where you're like trying to play the odds while you're thinking. I mean, OKC is tough, right? I mean, but if you're really balancing out, the West could knock each other out a little bit. So OKC could get bumped, and then Boston's got like a little bit more of a ride there. So that's kind of the way I was thinking with it.
I like it. I like it. It's a gambler's mentality there. All right. Let's switch gears to Major League Baseball, which we were just talking about. We have World Series futures right now, and this is just from FanDuel where I got these odds, guys. But I'm going to stick AL East only and World Series odds, and you have to pick one AL East team, okay? So the Yankees are plus 1100. Jason, write these down, all right? Plus 1100. Blue Jays plus 1600. Red Sox plus 1600. Orioles plus 2,000 and the Rays plus 10,000 to go and win the World Series. So, I think, is this Jason? Jason, we're starting with you with this one.
Yeah.
Which AL East team and how much are you putting on it?
I'm going to go, let's see, how much money I got left over? So 2,000, I have 5,000 so far. I'm going to do 200,000 on the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays, I'm not sold on the Yankees, guys. I don't think they did enough. I really don't. I know they have some pitching coming back later in the year, but what happens, they brought everyone back, and I'm not convinced that that's the way to go. I mean, the Red Sox, I think, are trying. They're really trying to get there. Maybe their pitching staff is nice, but you know what? I'm going to go with the Blue Jays. I feel like maybe out of this group, I'm not going with the Orioles. I refuse. I'm not doing it again. I did it last year and it backfired. So Blue Jays, I think they had unfinished business, and I think that's the one I want to go with.
I'm going to go with the Blue Jays as well for 200. I think the Yankees didn't do enough to improve, and Aaron Judge was out calling the front office out this week, saying we didn't do anything. We got the same team back, and I don't think Boston did enough to. And it's going to be apparent, but Boston didn't do enough to improve to get itself out. So I'm going to say we'll go back with the Blue Jays, and I don't think they're going to miss any of the pieces they lost.
Well, you guys picked the same team, so that's not that exciting. But
no
one wanted. no one to take a flyer on the Rays at 10,000 to plus 10,000. No.
No, they sold us their best pitcher.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh. Let's go into our last question. And Jay, I think you got 300K. John, you got 200K less.
See this comment from Mike DeMarco? U.S. for $500,000 and Toronto for $500,000. Don't care about
no basketball.
I love it. Well done, Mike. Well done. All right. AFC champs. AFC champs. I got the top 6 odds teams for you guys to win the AFC. The Ravens are plus 550. The Bills are plus 550. Chargers are plus 700. The Pats are plus 750. The Chiefs are plus 750. And the Broncos are plus 950. Those are the top 6 teams. You get to pick from that group of teams, John. So from that group of teams, you got 200K to spend left in your budget.
Yeah, we'll go with the Ravens.
John with the homer pick. Ravens at 200K.
What were the Chiefs? 750?
750.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right.
We're going last ride for Kelsey and Mahomes, and I don't know if Kelsey's going to retire or not.
Are they going to bring Hill back?
I hope not. I mean, if
300K rate Jason on the Chiefs.
I don't like it, Mike. I really don't. I don't know. What if the Bill now? You know what? See, look, for the sake of argument, I'm going to go with the Chiefs, but I kind of like the Ravens with the new coach. That new coach bump up. Let's talk about. Can I are you done? Are we done with the segment after this? Is there anything?
Everybody's so tired of it. Yes, we're all done.
No.
That's it. There you go. No, that's it. That's it for If I Had $1 Million. I wish we could play the song, but then someone was trying to kick us off the air. So enjoy.
Okay, so here's the thing. I heard the rumblings about. I guess people are getting ahead of this if whether or not Lamar is going to show up at OTAs. Normally, I wouldn't care. Like OTAs or OTAs. You have a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, a new offense. So, yeah, your quarterback needs to be at OTAs. And I'm sorry, it's a bad look if he's not. And after all the drama and nonsense that went down with the coaching stuff, I think he's got to get there. Whether it's a big deal to others or not, it's a bad look on the organization if he's not there. And his head has to be in that playbook. So they need to all be on the same page. And if it is, that could all go well. I mean, I heard that, and I know we're going to be talking about it in coming weeks, Mike, just because the talking heads are going at it.
Well, yeah, I think, I heard on Locked On Ravens today that Declan Doyle was getting some backlash from Chad Johnson about calling out Lamar, but it wasn't really calling Lamar out. He just kind of made a blanket statement saying that my veteran leaders need to be at OTAs to kind of set the standard, because when you're a new coach, like when I was the new girls soccer coach at Bel Air, like I'm trying to set a standard and I'm setting a high standard, and everyone needs to come reach the bar. And if you're coming in just kind of saying, oh, well, this person can have this special treatment or this can go this way, and that's not bringing everybody up to the level of play that you expect. So if you're not willing to go in there and kind of put yourself out there and say, this is what I'm expecting, it's not going to go the way you want it to go anyway. So I have no issue with what Declan Doyle said or what Jesse Minter has said thus far. And I hope that Lamar attends OTAs. If he doesn't, I don't think that's a good look. Like you said, Jay, I don't think it's the end of the world necessarily either, as long as he's at the mandatory stuff he's supposed to be at. If he doesn't come to that stuff, then I'm starting to have quite a bit of an issue there.
Yeah, I mean, the contract thing, he's got a contract, right? They just need to figure out how to not pay the amount that it is, because otherwise we're screwed for this year anyway. So, if they can pull like a Houdini type thing with like they did with Mahomes and whatnot. I had a varsity basketball coach in high school, of a friend, a mentor of mine over the years, that held his first, I think, 1 or 2 tryouts every year at 5 a.m. where his practice is. And that was the first practice. Whoever didn't show up, you were done. You didn't make the team. No excuses. That to me shows, like, I don't know if I agree with it or not agree with it with youth sport because I still think you're kind of a youth, but you're not. So, but my point to all this is that shows your dedication, what you're trying to do. And if you're serious about building this program and going, because it's not about you, it's about everybody else. So I'll be curious to see how all this goes down. Just a little precursor to what I know we're going to hear and expect. John, you want to add anything?
Not really.
Oh,
You
good.
hit the nail.
Good talk,
You
John.
hit the proverbial nail on the head.
Outstanding. All right, John, you have ballpark figures today. Please tell me this isn't about like coaches' underwear sizes or something we have to guess or anything like that.
No, it's not.
Oh, good.
So I have two different ones here. One is very difficult, and one I think is fairly simple. So just before I start, I want to ask you both a question to see if you know the answer to this. In honor of the passing of one of these gentlemen today, what two major league players hit walk-off home runs to win the World Series?
Joe Carter.
Mazeroski.
Yep, Mazeroski and Joe Carter. Then I had a list of all the players who had hit walk-off home runs in World Series, and I don't think there's names on this list like I would have no idea. So what we're gonna do is from 2020 to 2024, the most home runs hit in a ballpark.
Okay. All right, Aaron.
Top 10 list of ballparks.
Oh, we have to name the ballparks? Okay, Mike.
Yes.
Oh, wait. So the ballparks where the most home runs were hit?
Yes. So the top 10 stadium names.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay,
Mike,
go ahead.
I would say like Yankee Stadium.
Yes.
Fenway.
Colorado.
So Yankee Stadium is number 2 on the list.
Fenway, Mike?
Yes.
Fenway, John?
Fenway is not on the list.
It
is number 16 with 835 home runs hit between.
What about Coors Field, Jay?
I mean, yeah.
It's in there.
But remember, other teams come in and, yeah.
Coors Field
John?
is on the list. It is number 8.
Good job, Mike.
You got number 2 and number 8.
Okay.
Wait,
from 2000.
Right? No, yeah, maybe.
What
was the year, John?
20 though.
2020 to 2024. I couldn't find for 2025. I only found these 4 years.
Mike, I say we put that in our back pocket. What about Chavez Ravine and the Dodgers?
LA.
Mike, what do you think?
There's a lot of
Ohtani hit 50 in 1 year.
I got the good call.
Yes, Dodger Stadium is number 3.
Okay.
What else are hitter friendly parks? That's what I think. That's part of it too.
I'm shocked Fenway's on this. So weird. No.
I mean,
no.
I think you can eliminate. Okay. Ahead.
What about Cincinnati? Cincinnati's like a hitter friendly disaster, but they don't have.
They don't have boppers. I was trying to think of what we could eliminate. Like I think you can eliminate like Seattle, right? Like it's not
Seattle stuff. I wouldn't do that.
I'm trying to think of other.
Comerica?
Kauffman Stadium is pretty tough, right? Comerica.
Yeah, Kauffman, Comerica. I wouldn't say Tampa.
Yeah, is Atlanta is Atlanta hard or easy to hit in?
Indifferent, maybe.
Yeah, maybe right in the middle.
John, what about Cincinnati?
Yes, Cincinnati is number 1 on this list with 1,031 home runs hit between 2020 and 2024. So you got the first 3 and then number 8.
So who do we have so far?
You have Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Yankee Stadium, Dodger Stadium, and Coors Field. You said some of these other ones.
Jay?
You said them.
Oh, we already said. Did we rule them out?
Great. We tried to rule them out, but we said them. Great. Reverse psychology.
I said Comerica. I said, who did you say, Mike? You said.
I said Kauffman. We said Safeco or whatever the one is in Seattle now.
I'm not, Seattle's tough.
I don't think it's Seattle.
I will tell you this: it is. Those ones are not on the list.
The 3 I just said, Comerica.
Yeah, the three
we did it.
Are not on the list.
We eliminated them.
You had mentioned some earlier that are on this list.
Like Oriole Park's got to be on there, right?
Yeah, is it Oriole Park on there?
It is not. It is number 11.
God damn it, Mike!
182.
That's a setup. That's a setup, is what that is.
Okay.
Freaking setup.
Hold on. Let's go through the divisions then. Okay, so Fenway's not on there.
Tropicana, Yankee Stadium.
Tropicana makes me nervous. Pocket, back pocket though. John's looking weird over there.
Tropicana is not on this list.
See, told you. Okay, so Detroit, no. Minnesota, Kauffman,
Target Field,
no.
Chicago, U.S. Cellular.
What are they? What are they playing in Cleveland now? It's not the Jake anymore, is it?
No, it used to be the Jake. Progressive, right? Yeah, Progressive.
It's not on this list. Progressive is not on this list.
Oh, Houston for sure. Short left porch and left field. Houston's on there. Right, Mike?
Strike.
Oh!
Houston
he was asking me.
Excuse me.
He said,
I was talking to Mike.
Oh,
why are you yelling at us?
I thought you were asking. I thought that was your answer.
Jason, I don't think it's on there.
What gives you that idea? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
John.
All right.
Jumping the gun. See, I'd like to say. See, it wasn't Oakland. See, I don't think Oakland was a big home run ballpark, but Sacramento is. But they just started playing there.
Right, Oakland. I don't think Oakland would have been on there. I don't think Seattle's on there. I don't think I don't know LA Angels. I don't know. Gosh.
Who else are we missing? Okay, let's do NL East. What about
Phillies? What about Citizens Bank? Is that a good one to hit home runs at? Atlanta. We talked about Atlanta briefly.
I like the Phillies one. I mean, they've had a bunch of guys there too. Phillies.
Yeah, that's
number 7 with 896.
What about Citi Field, Mike? Alonso, Lindor, like a lot of Mets out there.
There are a lot of good home run hitters there. I just don't know. I mean, Alonso hit a ton over that time frame. I just don't know if it's enough to be on the list. That's all. I would say put them in the back pocket. Yeah, it's a back pocket with the Mets. Florida is wherever Miami plays. I don't know if that's.
Park.
I don't know. I wouldn't even. Maybe. Sure. No. I don't know.
Right. I'm not sure.
Oh god.
So you have an NL and AL West team. A AL East. An AL West. And
wait, you're saying that these are things that are left?
That are left.
Oh, well then it's AL East has to be Tropicana Field.
Or Toronto.
Oh, or Toronto. Yeah. Hold on, slow down, John. Yeah, let's go with. I would say Toronto, Mike.
Yeah, Toronto is probably more likely.
Yes.
I thought
Toronto Rogers Center is number 9 with 887.
Okay.
So
and what
did you say? So currently we have Great American Ballpark, Yankee Stadium, Dodger Stadium. You said Citizens Bank in Philly, Coors Field, Rogers Center, and I think that's all you said, right? That's it.
Yeah, I mean we said Dodger Stadium. Did you say that?
Yeah, Dodger Stadium. Yeah,
okay.
So that's 6. Yeah. So you have an AL. You have 2 AL West.
Oh.
You have an NL East and an AL Central.
AL West, and one of them is not the Astros.
Texas? Is it Texas?
Yeah, probably.
Yes,
John?
it is Globe Life Field with 898.
Okay, so the other one, I mean, it could be the Angels. It could be the A's. I don't think it's the A's.
I don't feel like it's the A's. Seattle shouldn't be, right? So,
what else you got, John? Yeah, maybe.
You got an AL West, and you have a
AL Central. You
one,
said
and you have an AL Central and you have an NL East.
AL Central. Oh crap! It's either the Twins or the Indians, right?
Progressive. Guardians.
Guardians.
Nice.
Jason loves the San Diego Chargers and the Cleveland Indians. He will
I do.
never let them go.
No, I'm not. Sorry, don't care. I am a baseball purist. I am not switching. You can kiss me behind me. And Dan Fouts is my favorite quarterback of all time.
Mm-hmm. So who do you like between Cleveland and Minnesota? And I guess it would be between those two, unless it's the White Sox. But I don't know.
More teams.
I know.
I don't know.
Oh, man, I didn't think this would be that hard. I thought this would be fairly easy.
We didn't guess Progressive Field? No?
No, you didn't guess Progressive Field.
All right. What else we got? Some in the NL? Let's switch leagues.
You got, let's see. You got the NL, you have an AL West, 2 AL West, and a... No,
I thought we got one of the AL.
You did. You have AL West, and you have 2 NL East. And that's it.
2 more? Oh, so we got the...
You have one. You have 1 NL East, and you have 1...
Come on, John. Cross them out as we go, man. Cross them out.
I am.
All right, so the Mets, the Phillies, who else plays in that league? The Nationals? I don't think it's the Nationals.
Mm-mm.
Something tells me Mets.
Braves.
Braves or Mets? I mean, Matt Olson, 50 home runs.
I would think the Braves.
Acuna.
Yes,
I'm not
Braves.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes, we'll go with the Braves.
899.
Perfect.
899. So you just got 1 AL West team and a AL Central team.
So Angels or
I say
A's?
Angels. Angels keep coming back to me.
It is the Angels. The Angels at 924.
And what's the other one? The AL Central?
AL Central, yes. You said that.
Are you thinking Guardians, Jay, or are you thinking Twins or White Sox? Where are we going to go?
We're going to go. Guardians is what.
Yeah, I think Guardians too.
John?
Strike 3.
Oh, man.
Twins. So.
Stupid stadium.
Cincinnati, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Angels, the Braves, the Rangers, Phillies, and then Colorado, Toronto, Minnesota, Baltimore. Detroit is the worst home run hitting park, 675. Then this one surprised me. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is 678.
Pittsburgh's a terrible home run hitting park.
Yeah,
so we missed number 10, is what you're saying, John. We missed the 10th one. Okay, I don't feel bad. Sorry.
Target Field.
And what was the difference between Target Field and Oriole Park in that time frame?
3.
Okay, I feel okay.
3. 885 to 882. Yep.
I can sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Well done.
I figured that was going to be either really easy or really difficult. There's not really anything in between.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. We were kind of in between.
Yeah.
All right. Last segment of the evening. A new game. This is called Know Your Skippers. Mike and John are playing against each other. Okay, this is a game here where I am going to ask you if a specific number of, for this exercise, it's these managers have managed a certain number of teams. We're going to go up. We're going to start at 2. We're going to go to 3, 4, 5, etc. And they're probably going to get harder because you have to name more teams that these managers managed.
Oh.
Who, Mike, because you are the elder statesman, you can choose to go first or second.
Oh, we're not doing this together.
Does it go progressively?
I said you're playing against each other. What do you mean, does it go progressively?
Like, if I start, is it just I have to name one team?
Yeah, no. So you have to name, so I'll say this manager. You have to name the teams he managed. And then if you're right, you get a point. And then John gets to go. And if John gets it right, he gets a point. If he gets it wrong, you get to steal his point.
Okay. All
by
right.
naming the teams.
I'll go first. This is going to be miserable, but go ahead. Go ahead, Jason. You start.
All right. Mike, this manager managed 2 MLB teams. Bobby Cox.
Atlanta
Name the
Braves.
teams.
Gosh, who else did he manage?
John, put your hands in the air. You're not allowed to look at the computer. You're a
Is he
cheating
next, or do I have to
bastard.
do both?
Oh, you got to do both.
I had to do both.
But John can steal it.
Oh.
Give me a second. I'm picturing baseball cards because I have seen him on one other baseball card.
Oh, and by the way, you guys do get a clue as well. But remember, they may go harder, so you can ask for a clue.
Yeah, I don't want a clue yet. I don't think. Let's see. Where else was
Do
Bobby
you only
Cox?
get one clue, or do you get like one clue per?
One clue total.
Oh.
All right, I said Atlanta Braves. I guess I'll go with. Where else was Bobby Cox? I don't know. Padres. I don't know. Can't remember.
Incorrect. John, do you have a guess on the other or the 2 teams? I mean, clearly it was the Braves. I don't need
It was
that.
the Braves. Was one. Was it the Chicago White Sox?
It was not. It was the Toronto Blue Jays.
Okay.
Toronto Blue
Really?
Jays before the Braves.
Huh.
All right. John, your team. Now, Mike, you can still steal John's if he gets it wrong. Clint Hurdle.
Clint Hurdle was the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago White Sox.
You are incorrect.
No, oh,
I got it.
Don't say it. Go ahead, Mike.
Pittsburgh Pirates was the other one.
And the first team was?
Colorado Rockies.
You are correct. Mike has 1 point. Here, I should write these down. I mean, this martini's starting to kick in. I don't want to get your mistake here. All right.
what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I went out a little earlier and had a couple of 8% IPAs. So I'm back in, and I have my water with me.
Outstanding. All right. So this one is also worth 2 points. We're going to do another 2-point section. I'm sorry, 1 point, but there's only 2 teams. 2 teams here, just so you guys know. Mike, Sparky Anderson.
Tigers and Reds.
You are correct. That is 1 point for Mike. John, Brad Osmus.
Detroit Tigers and Houston Astros.
You are incorrect. The Anaheim Angels. The Anaheim Angels.
Oh, I can't steal it? Okay.
Oh, crap. You could. Did you know that?
No, that's okay. I didn't, so you're okay.
Hold on. Let me just hold on. We're gonna.
I don't remember him as an Angels. I don't remember him as an Angels coach.
Yeah, it was like 2019. Hold on. Yes, correct. It was the Anaheim Angels.
Okay.
2019.
Yep. See, I was right, John. Man, I didn't even have to look that up,
See,
and I heard
John.
you had to. Woo! All right. Off your computer, John. So Mike has 2 points,
You were really close to that answer, John. I don't know how you got there so quick.
and John has none. Okay.
Yeah.
This section is 3 teams. Okay.
Somebody.
Mike, Joe Girardi.
Yankees. Marlins. And
John's praying to get this one wrong. I can see it in his eyes.
I don't know.
Yankees, Marlins. Where else was Joe Girardi? Give me a minute on this one, Jay. Let me rack my brain here for a second. Where else would he have been? Not there. No.
John, why are you on the computer?
This is such
I was
interesting.
attempting to find the Jeopardy music.
Oh. Right.
Cheater.
No, like I have one hand here. I can't.
All right. I got to do a countdown of 5,
Yes.
4,
Cubs. I don't know.
3. Nice guess, because I think he played for the Cubs, but incorrect. John, would you like to steal it?
Was it the Philadelphia Phillies?
It was, you cheating little son of a biscuit.
I did not cheat.
Yes.
John, who were the other two teams?
The Yankees and the Marlins.
All right. There you go. John, your question. So now John has 1 point. Joe Madden.
You don't get more points for the 3?
Nope.
So they just get harder and you get less.
You'll get more points eventually. Slow down. We got to get into the second round of all of it. So go ahead. I'll tell you. Don't you worry. Joe Madden.
Oh, Joe Madden was with the Rays, the Angels, and the Cubs.
Correct. John has 2 points. All right. Now this section of 3 is worth 2 points. Mike, you get to go first. Bruce Bochy for 2 points.
Oh God. Giants, Padres, and someone else.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Rangers.
Oh my God, I would have jumped through this gosh darn screen and strangled the living crap out of you. You wanted this guy to be the manager of the order.
I know.
All right, Mike gets 2 points. John, Art Howe.
Well, he was with the A's. Art Howe was with the A's. Oh, shoot.
Remember, you guys have clues.
Yeah. Art Howe. Was he with the Phillies? No. I'll just guess the Phillies.
So who have you guessed so far?
A's and the Phillies.
This is 3 teams.
Right. A's is, I know for sure. Phillies and did he manage the Cubs? A's, Phillies, and Cubs. Yes.
Incorrect. Mike, would you like to steal it?
I mean, I can try. I don't know. A's is right for sure. I thought Cubs was right. And then I was thinking maybe Angels, but I'm not sure.
Astros is where he started, then to the A's, then to the Mets. If you remember, he took like a big contract to the Mets.
That's right. I didn't know the Astros, but the Mets, I remember that now.
Mm-hmm. So we're currently at 4-2. This round of questioning, this one is also worth 2 points. Mike, Jimmy Leland, 4 teams, 4-team section.
Gosh. Well, Tigers and Pirates. Let's see. Tigers, Pirates. Can I just say it twice and then that's 4? Tigers,
There's your 4.
Gosh. Expos? I'm guessing. Now I'm on a limb and Braves. I don't know.
That's your final guess?
Yep, that's it.
Incorrect. John, would you like to steal for 2 points?
Yes. He was the manager of the Yankees, the Tigers, the Pirates, and the Marlins.
Well, you were incorrect. He was the manager of the Pirates, the Marlins, the Rockies for one terrible season, and the Tigers.
That's right. There's the Rockies. Yes. Okay.
Yes. You said Yankees, dude. You said Yankees. Okay.
I know.
All right. So no one got that one. John. Terry Francona.
How many teams?
4. You're in the 4-point section.
Oh.
I'm in the 4-team section. Sorry.
Okay. Tito managed the Red Sox. Do the Indians and the Guardians count as one?
Yes,
or two?
that counts as one, and they're the Indians. I don't care what any of you people say.
Okay, so Tito managed the Indians, the Red Sox, the White Sox. Who's the other one? Oh my goodness, I know this. Red Sox, White Sox, and the Cincinnati Reds.
Incorrect. Mike.
I know it's Reds, Indians, Red Sox. Is it Mets? Is that the fourth one? No, it's not. It's Phillies. Phillies is the fourth one.
You are correct. Well done. 2 points for Mike. It is now 5-2. We are on the 5-team section. There are 2 questions in this section, and these are worth 5 points. So all kinds of shenanigans could happen right now.
You might as well throw this one out the window, John.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I need some more beer, Mike.
All right. Mike. Buck Showalter.
Mets.
5
Orioles,
teams.
Mets, Orioles, Rangers, Yankees, Diamondbacks.
Well done. 5 points for
Wow.
Mike. John. Dusty Baker. Name the 5 teams, sir.
Nationals, Giants, Reds, Cubs, and Astros.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes.
All right.
Those were easier than the other guy. Well, because I guess because Dusty Baker's been.
I didn't say they were going to necessarily be easier. I said there'd be more teams,
Oh, okay.
if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Everybody's still in it. It's 10-7, and you both still have your clue left as well, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Number 5, or the section of 5. Mike, Lou Piniella.
Mariners, Yankees, Reds. I don't know if I want to ask for my clue because I don't know the other 2, and that's going to give John one. Hold on, Mariners.
Oh, the strategery. I like it. Who have you guessed so far?
Mariners, Yankees, Reds.
Mm-hmm.
Where else was Sweet Lou? I guess I gotta guess. Mariners, Yankees, Reds. Was he Rays? And let's pick a fun team.
Do you want to use your clue, or are we using our clues or not using our clue?
No, I'm not going to use my clue, and we'll go with Cubs.
Oh my God, he got it right.
Yeah, I know he got it right. I knew that one.
Yankees, Reds, Mariners, Devil Rays, and Cubs. Holy crap, Mike. Well done.
I couldn't remember the Devil. I thought there was a Devil Rays memory, but I wasn't 100% sure. And I thought I knew Cubs, but I wasn't sure either. So whatever.
Yeah,
Now, John, you can't win, but this is about pride now. And Mike could win by even more if he steals it.
So I should have used my clue earlier.
Yeah. Bob Melvin.
Oh.
Name the 5 teams.
Oh God, Bob.
That's
Melvin.
a tough one, John.
That's really tough.
I mean, I'm going to give a voluntary clue since it doesn't matter anymore. All of these were in the 2000s. It's really not. If you follow baseball, like I know you have, it's really you just got to think about it.
I get confused. So he was with the Rangers and the Diamondbacks, the Padres. The Mariners. Let's look at the clue, Jason.
You want a clue?
Yeah.
Your clue is all West Coast. AL and NL, all
Right.
West Coast.
Right, because he was with. Let's see. Did I say 5? Mariners, Padres,
Moneyball.
A's, Diamondbacks, and Rangers.
That's your answer?
Yes.
You're incorrect. Mike, would you like to steal? You guys know he coached last year, right? He managed last year, and you didn't name that team. Again, all West. Mike, you have a clue you can still use too. So my clue for you would be, it would be 2 AL West, 3 NL West.
Let's see. Diamondbacks, Padres, A's for sure, I think. And then Rangers. And what did you say? How many of each?
There's 2 AL West.
I need one more NL West. Diamondbacks, Padres. Where else did he? Giants. The Giants.
Who did he manage last year? That's who you guys got to figure out.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And you have one team wrong already. John had the same team wrong.
Oh, so I don't know then. Who did he manage last year? Giants?
The Giants.
Yeah.
And it is not the Rangers. It's the Mariners. His first team that he managed was actually the Mariners.
Oh, I said 3 AL West teams. That was what it. I said the Mariners and the A's.
He played for the Orioles too, right? Back in the day.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Yeah, I remember Bob Melvin back then.
Outstanding. All right. Well, Mike has won 2 in a row trivia games against John. This is fantastic. You know what sucks about all this? Like, I mean, these fun games, I never get to play any of these games because I come up with these awesome, cool games. And then you two clowns sit here and like want to rip your hair out. It's pretty awesome. I like it.
I don't have much, so it doesn't take much to do that.
All right. Well, that is
good one,
all.
Jay. I liked it. That was fun.
Yeah, that is all I have for this evening. You guys have anything else you want to touch on before we go? All right. Well, enjoy the U.S. versus Canada game if you're going to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. If not, if you have kids, you're going to be up anyway, so it'll be good.
5:30 to go to the gym.
Outstanding. Well, we will talk to you guys soon, and then we will be welcoming Mike to sunny Florida with golfing and things and shenanigans. And Mike, warmth. What is that? Oh, yes, warmth. What is the beverage of choice for you now?
You know what? It's funny. John had asked, I think, a couple of weeks ago about liquor or beer. I'm definitely a liquor guy, but I gave up soda for Lent, and I like to mix my liquor drinks. So, whatever. I'll probably lean towards beer, even though I would. Bourbon has been my drink of choice recently, and mixed in with some soda, some Bullet Bourbon or Angel's Envy or something like that. But
soda.
I know. But now I'm shying away. But I could go maybe straight bourbon or some beer.
Straight bourbon. Oh, good. I don't see what could go wrong. This is going to be fabulous.
Bob Belvin.
Mob Belvin. Fabulous. All right. For John Lanscraner, for Michael Frisky, I'm Jason Weisbecker, and we will see you next time.
Don't forget to subscribe to Dad Bods, Crab Cakes, and Sports on Red Circle, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your free podcasts. And while you're at it, leave us a review. It really helps us out. We're trying to spread the good word about Baltimore sports far and wide. Follow us on social media for more behind-the-scenes actions, memes, and bad sports takes. You can find us at Dad Bods Crab Cakes and Sports on Instagram, and Dad Bods Crab Cakes and Sports on our Facebook page. Until next time, keep rocking those dad bods, eating those crab cakes, and never miss the game.